Hey everybody, this is Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Please stop what you're doing and like this video. Like this video. I need to be able to come up in other people's recommendations, your recommendations. My views have gone down ever since they changed the algorithm. So please share this video, like this video. I care about the views, not the subscriptions per se. I want people to view my content, because if not, all this is in vain. Thank you for subscribing or subscribe. Stay a while, you won't regret it. Most of my videos are pretty good. I even watch my own videos to remind myself how far I've came in life, spiritually and emotionally. If you hear noise, I'm sorry. I live in New York City. I'm in my backyard sitting on like this little balcony that I have that comes off my bedroom, that leads into my backyard. Even though you're being quarantined right now, please get some sunlight. Don't stay cooped up in a house. If you have a backyard, if you have a front yard, if you have a rooftop, get that sunlight. It is such a beautiful day in New York. I haven't gone anywhere in public today. I went out in public yesterday. I tried to cut down the exposure, but thank God I have a front yard, and I do have a small backyard where I like to just sit in the sun. You need sun. It's good for your skin. It's good for your health, okay? You need fresh air. Don't stay cooped up in the house. Okay, so yes. If you'd like to donate, you can do so. The link to my PayPal and to my Cash App will be in the comment section. I also have Zelle, Venmo, but I don't want to put that information here, so leave your email in the comment section. I will email you, and that's how you can make your payment or your donation. I have another service where I charge $15 for 30 minutes for conversations. If you want me to call you, and I can help lead you to healing through narcissism, or you just need someone to talk to. So it's $15 to 30 minutes, $30 for 1 hour. If you live out of the United States, you will have to have the WhatsApp app, and we will have to talk through that app or text through that app, whatever is best for you. Thank you to those who already have donated. I'm still collecting donations for my new laptop. So when you send your donation, please leave me a memo verifying what that donation is for. If it's just a love donation or if it's a donation for my laptop. I appreciate you guys for supporting me, even though my channel is such a small channel. I think I'm coming up this month. I think this is year 4 that I've had this. It doesn't feel like it's been 4 years, but it has. And hopefully I appreciate the content that I continue to put out on narcissism, spiritualism, and I'm going to do some more astrology, zodiac videos soon. I have like a zodiac series that's going to be coming up, but unfortunately due to this whole pandemic, I can't see my friends for us to link together and do videos together. So after this crap is over with, I'll be able to do that. Sorry if I have my glasses on. It's just best for me because I'm out in the light, and allergy season too as well. And you know what? It looks fly too. It is what it is. Okay, so when I was having a conversation with one of my subscribers who I called for her session, she kept asking me, how did these narcissists like get to you? Like how, like what made you allow them into your life? And I paused for a second because I didn't really have an answer at the moment off the top of my head. For some of them, I know exactly where I was at that point. And I think we need to go back and analyze ourselves. It's not always these people just popped up. They're so evil. They came into our lives. No. Energetically, we were at a certain place in our life, or we had our boundaries down. We had our guards down to the point where the narcissist was able to get into our life. I'm not talking about parents. I'm talking about narcissistic bosses or narcissistic landlords or narcissistic friends or lovers. I'm talking about when you allow, not that the universe or God or whoever, you happen to be born in a narcissistic family. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you meeting narcissists outside of your family. What happened? What happened that made you allow these narcissists to come into your life? Now, it's not that you are narcissistic. That's why you attract. I hate when they say, well, you are what you attract. No, I attracted a narcissist. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm a narcissist. It means at the time when you attracted these narcissists, you had your spiritual guard down, you had your senses down, your logic down. You just didn't pick up on it. It could have been at that time you were desperate for love. You were hungry for love or hungry for friendship. It could have been the narcissist caught you at a vulnerable time in your life. For example, when I befriended my narcissistic ex-best friend, my mother had died a year prior to that. And keep in mind, I already knew him. He was a family friend. So that helped me to keep my guards down as well. He was a family friend. So I knew his parents, I knew his siblings already. His brother and I had the same birthday. His mother and my mother had the same birthday. So there was like a lot of similarities that made me feel like, oh, we were like meant to be in each other's lives, okay? So I was never expecting someone who I knew since they were a child, and I knew his family, that they were going to be narcissistic. I really didn't know that much in detail of the true character of his mother or his father, because you know how like you grow up with people, you only know what people show you. Your neighbor could be a murderer, your pastor could be a gigolo. You only know what they show in society. So I even though I grew up around his family for a certain amount of time until they moved to the South. They originally were from New York. I only knew the surface base. So what happened was, after my mother died, my guards are down. I have no family. I think I had a boyfriend at the time, but it was a rocky relationship because I was not emotionally stable to be in a relationship anyway. He actually asked me to marry him and all of that. But I was unstable spiritually. My vibration was low. I didn't have time to grieve. I was moving from house to house. I had a shitty job. So at that time, I was like on autopilot. Spiritually, I was on autopilot. And here he approached me. He actually found me on MySpace. I hadn't seen him since he was a kid. So he inboxed me. And it's really interesting how these narcissists seem like more mature, I guess you can say. So at the time, I believe he was maybe 16 or 17 years old. And he found me on MySpace somehow. And he inboxed me and said, "Hey, Angie, what's up? I haven't seen you in years. How you doing?" And we just kept talking and talking. It felt good because it was someone that I was familiar with. It was someone who actually knew my mother. So that's the reason why I allowed that narcissist to come into my life. And also, this particular narc told me something that he didn't tell his family. He told me he was gay. So narcissists will bond with you on secrets. They will bond with you. They would trauma bond with you. So he would tell me things. I would share things with him. We would talk about, these particular family members, and I will tell him about my deepest, darkest secrets, and then he'll share his quote unquote deepest, darkest secrets. And he made me feel like not crazy, comfortable, I felt like, oh, I had this little best friend that I can share things with. Mind you, my mom was my best friend, and I just had lost her. I needed someone to attach to. So maybe that's what happened to you. The narc caught you at a very vulnerable time. Not just narcissists do that. Manipulators, child molesters, abusers, they all do this. They pick people who their guard is down, or, like you'll see a lot of abusers will pick, single mothers, who they don't have a man around to protect them. You have to understand these dark spirits know what they're doing. When they come across you, they see your light, but they also see your vulnerability. They also see your insecurities. And that's all they need. That's all they need to get over that wall. They got that ladder and they were able to get over that wall. So you have to check yourself and say, damn, let me think back. How was I feeling at this particular time? Because if you were low in energy, if you were low vibrationally at that moment, that means your energy matched with the narcissist. You get it? It's not that you are a narcissist or you're just as horrible as a narcissist, but your sadness and your vulnerability and your insecurities match the vibration to that narc. Now that you know that, now you have to make sure you have boundaries. You have to make sure, check your energy level. Like last year when I felt that I met my twin flame, I was in a sad moment and he ended up being a sad person, and then I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with his depression. I couldn't deal with, all these things that he was dealing with, because then now my energy, went up. I know I'm no longer sad, and now he's this sad being, and you can only help people who want to be helped. So that didn't work out. But I noticed every time I attracted a narc was when I was desperate for love. I was hungry for friendship. I was lonely. I was sad. I was depressed. And that's how these narcissists got into my life. So, vibrations, I suggest you start studying energy fields. So it's like this. Let me try to explain. Even though you may appear happy, or your mind is telling you you're happy, your aura, your spirit cannot lie. It cannot. People can walk around faking and fronting, acting like they're happy, but deep down, your spirit and aura cannot lie. So when you walk in a room, even though you may look fly, you may be dressed pretty and look pretty or look handsome or whatever it may be, your aura is saying something different. This is why, like, those men who are players, or those ladies who are Jezebel spirits, when they meet you, it's like it's like a little detector. Those spirits are able to pick up, like, yep, that's somebody I can play. That's somebody who I can drain. It's really that simple. And I understand that sometimes, how good we look, or the jobs we have, the responsibilities we have, is a cover up for really how we truly feel inside. Only you know how you truly feel inside. Stop living in that denial. Stop saying, well, I always attract alcoholics, or I always attract gold diggers, or I always attract abusive men. Stop and think. Not why are all these abusive people want me, Start thinking, why am I attracting them? Me, what do I need to fix about me? Doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but there's something that is off. There's something that you need to heal. There's something that may be in your subconscious. It can come from childhood, something, or from the last relationship you was in. But it's your responsibility to clean your energy field so you can attract better. And when you're in a happy mood and you're feeling good, you're truly feeling good, not just looking good, but you're truly feeling good, that's when you will begin to attract better quality lovers and friends. I personally still have to work on being a better lover or healing certain things from my childhood because I haven't attracted a better lover yet. I'm attracting better quality men now than I ever have in my life. But now I need to attract men who are more committable. You're nice, but are you committable? And I'm doing better with the friendship thing. I guess I finally am a good friend or a healed friend to the point where I would say the friends I have now are positive individuals, very supportive of me. So in the friendship field, and I'm attracting like-minded people, people who are spiritualists, people who aren't religious. I'm not religious anymore. So it's easier to have conversations with people now than before. So that's my challenge for you. Think back. Who were you? What happened before you met these individuals? And that way you can pinpoint what needs to be healed and how you can change your energy field. Watch the music that you're listening to, the foods that you're eating, the people you're around. Get off of social media. You're intaking other people's energy, especially if you're an empath. I'm an empath where it's like I pick up other people's energy. It's not even my own. I may not even be sad, but because you walked in the room and you're sad, I'm picking up your energy. So a lot of you have that issue too. So be mindful of who you're around because you could be feeling like shit and it's not really you feeling like shit. You're feeling like crap because someone else is feeling like crap. Everything you do, what you do in the morning when you wake up, this all will change your vibrational energy so you can attract better people. And if you don't work on it, you're just going to continue to attract negative partners and negative friends. All right, that's my time, guys. I will continue to make more videos. Please like this video, subscribe, share if you want to, and donate if you can. Peace and blessings. See you soon.